Hello everyone and welcome back to another Plane Dude 777 video. Today we're going to be having a look at the Qatar Airways business class Qsuite from New York JFK to Doha, Qatar. Now here we are at the JFK Terminal 8, which is more specialized for American Airlines as well as its One World members, which specifically includes Qatar. Now here is the Qatar Airways check-in at JFK, which you may be familiar with if you watched a previous video of mine. However, this time we'll be looking at the business class, and I'll be very excited to fly the Qsuite. Alright, now that we have our boarding pass, let's head through security, which was pretty quick. Alright, now that we are inside and that now I have a few extra hours to spare, let's have a look around the terminal for a bit. In the middle is a 9/11 memorial, and it splits off into different directions. Now, our gate, as well as the lounge that we have access to, will be on the left. However, if you go into the center bridge, you can see some pretty nice views of the planes on either side, right over here. Now, in the area where our gate should be, at least approximately, you can see some of the flags of the armed forces of the United States. Branching off a bit to the left, you can see that most of the stores here are closed, save for a few duty-free shops. Here is the food court. Now, I personally suspect that most of the stores here are closed because it's a little early. However, I was sad to see that my favorite Auntie Annie store here was gone for good. Oh well, it is what it is.
May I have your attention, please?
But of course, if there's always one thing that you can rely on being around, it's Starbucks. Now in any case, let's head into the American Airlines Flagship Lounge, which we have access to as a Qatar Airways business class passenger, since Qatar Airways is a member of the One World Alliance, which is what American Airlines is also a part of course. Now that we're inside, as you can see here, the American Airlines Lounge at JFK is quite a spacious and modern lounge. Although it isn't exactly what I would call completely outstanding, but I'm still sure that you will have a good time here. The dining area includes a decent selection of toast, oatmeal, and soups, as well as a selection of different types of hot foods and meals, and a bunch of drinks as well. Here is what the menu looks like. It isn't a la carte, so you just have to get it here, like this. Now some of the items might be empty, but good for American Airlines for refilling them quickly. After getting my meal, I decided to stay right by the dining area, on this long desk over here. After a few minutes, however, I got bored of the view, and so I decided to move to the center of the lounge for a bit. As you can see, there is more varied seating types near the back of the lounge, as well as an extra station for drinks. There is a really nice view of the airport from here, and as you can see, this is the spot that I have selected, and this is the free Wi-Fi that they offer. As for my breakfast, I decided to get myself some smoked salmon, orange juice, lemonade, water, sausages, and as well as some bacon, all while enjoying a few TV shows from my iPad. That being said, I did end up going back to the desk closer to the cafeteria, simply because I felt like it. I did enjoy the spacing around the lounge, I will say. Next, I took a quick visit to the shower, even though I didn't necessarily need one. I just wanted to film it for a bit and see what it looks like, so enjoy. Overall, I would say that if I were to be taking a shower here, it is a pretty clean and spacious shower. So, I wouldn't mind taking a shower in the American Airlines lounge here. You can find it near the back of the lounge in this corner, right here. Before leaving, I decided to try out one of the cubicles near the back of the lounge as well. As you can see, it is quite private, and you're completely enclosed in this little space over here, and it's got a few charging ports as well. This is a space I would totally recommend if you were a solo traveler, especially on business. And here is the view of the planes from our lounge, and that right there is our Qatar Airways plane taking us to Doha soon. Well, it is almost time for our flight to board. See there, QR704 to Doha, Qatar. So, let's head out of the lounge and head on over to the gate. What a surprise! Just as I left the lounge, I just found myself following the Qatar Airways crew right in front of me. We walked all the way down further into the terminal, where we ended at Gate 4, where we will be boarding our flight to Doha, Qatar. As you can see, the line is already piling up, so let's head on in soon. But just before we get in, let's enjoy this view of our Qatar Airways 777-300ER that will be taking us on a 13-hour-ish flight to Doha, Qatar.
And here we are going through the bridge and onto the plane. You can already tell from outside the plane what an impressive cabin it is, especially with the Qatar logo in front of the plane. After a warm welcome, we quickly headed in.
And here it is, the Qatar Airways Qsuite cabin on the 777-300ER. For this flight, we'll be sitting at seat 10A, which is a backward-facing seat. However, you do get closer to the window. Got your pillow, blanket, amenity kits. Here's your HD TV screen, and here we are indicating that we are at seat 10A, as well as a control console, as well as your charging ports. Seat controls, menus. Really, it's just the usual stuff that you see in business class. But of course, I would say that Qatar Airways takes it to another new level. Over here is a reading light, as well as a compartment for you to store your stuff, including a water bottle and headphones. And here is what the seat itself looks like overall, including a pillow. Now then, let's have a look outside our backwards facing seat and into JFK. I must say, if this view is already good enough on the ground, I can't imagine what it would look like on takeoff and landing. Right here is the tray table. To pull it, you latch on like this, and you can unfold it for a bigger table. It is wide and very sturdy, useful for dining and any matter of activity you need in which requires a table. To stow it, just pull the latch at the bottom and push it in. While waiting, I got myself some orange juice and a hot towel. Here is the general flight safety card as well as the Qsuite safety card. Feel free to pause to have a closer look.
Pajamas were also provided exclusively by the white company for Qatar Airways, and you can see it right here. I will wear it later on in the flight, and I will say that it is quite comfortable to sleep in. And here are the Oryx One headphones by Qatar Airways, which are of pretty good quality for business class. Well, in any case, it is almost time for us to take off from JFK. So as always, please enjoy the following takeoff footage. Alright, now that we are a little more settled in, let's have a look at the Qsuite door, which you can close by sliding it just like this. And it feels a lot more private. Although the bottom part isn't fully closed, it isn't a big deal. The door is relatively sturdy, and it definitely improves your privacy. Now let's have a look at the menu and the wine list. Feel free to pause the video for any closer reading. Starting off the meal service was some orange juice and warm nuts. Pretty standard, but it was very delicious as well. A blanket was also provided, and I will say that it is quite comfortable. Before more food came, I decided to take a visit to the lavatory, which I will say is very clean and very nicely kept and designed, especially for business class passengers. Alright, now that I'm back, the table has finally been set up. And to start off, of course, on a Gulf carrier, you just have to start with the Arabic meze, which here is always very good, as I expected of Qatar Airways. And here is the lobster thermidor, which was very flavorful and well done. One of the best dishes that I've had in the sky, truly. Great job, Qatar Airways. Well, it was soon time for the cabin to go to bed, and as you can see, all of the lights have been turned off. So I asked one of the flight attendants to help me make my bed, which is a service that they have with the Qsuite. Now here is the bedding service with the seat in the upright position. As you can see, it is very comfortable, and once I lay it down in the lie flat position, I can also lay out the blanket like this. Now this setup makes for a very comfortable bed, even in business class standards. Here is the view from the sleeping position. As you can see, there is quite a lot of space for you to move your feet around, and with the closed door, you feel an even larger sense of privacy within the Qsuite, allowing me to sleep for quite a while. Now that I've had a good rest, let's have a look at the amenity kit before breakfast. As you can see, this version has a lot of things to offer. Feel free to pause to have a closer look. Now to start off breakfast, I had the Manhattan seafood bisque, which, as expected, is very, very good. And then for my main, I had the omelette with sausage and mushroom. Now, it is pretty standard, although, once again, Qatar Airways made it quite flavorful. I also got a lobster bun behind it. Here is the view outside of our window, and as you can see, the sun is slowly rising. Soon enough, the sun was fully out, and I was fully awake after a very nice rest. Before landing, I decided to request another hot chocolate, and with it came a Lederach chocolate Swiss product, which I did not expect. With how flavorful the white and dark chocolate was, and the extra service that Qatar Airways always provides, it is no wonder that Qatar Airways is one of the best airlines in the world. Well, it is almost time for us to land, as we are officially approaching Doha. As you can see, everything has been turned on, and the doors have been locked into the open position, as well as my trash being visible. In any case, I hope you enjoy the following landing footage. And there you have it, folks. We have officially in Doha, Qatar, and it is great to see all the Qatar Airways planes on the airport. I must say, they are quite the looker in terms of livery, and they are always stand out compared to other airlines. Well, it has certainly been a memorable journey, 10A. Officially, I would like to give this score a 10 out of 10, simply because I couldn't find any faults with Qatar Airways on this flight. As we exit the plane, I would like to recommend Qatar Airways business class, especially on routes with the Qsuite, to any business traveler or any passengers really with extra miles or cash to spare. As Qatar Airways is primarily known as a transfer airline with destinations going to and from Doha as a transfer point, you will enjoy the experience at Doha Hamad International Airport. Granted, it is a very big airport and there may be a lot of walking around, as you can see here with this spacious interior. However, it is also quite easy to get around with a train like this one. In any case, I really enjoyed my time with Qatar Airways, and I do hope that you find yourself on a flight like this one day. This is Plane Dude 777 signing out. Please do like and subscribe for more content like this, and I will see you guys on the next flight.